Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, at whatever time of the day you choose to watch this video. Dave Green, Brown Sky, AFC Northerners. And before we get into anything, I would love if you guys could go out there and check out Mark Herman's post-game reaction and Gabriel Bellatti's, the Steelers guys' post-game reaction. Both put up videos this weekend and should do some due diligence on that. Other than that, let's start with the game here. Final score 23-3. Browns dominated from start to finish in this game. Baker looked sketchy at times, great at times. He had the big one to OBJ for 160, or 89 yards. Beckham went for 160. Seibert, 3 of 3, 48 was the long on the field goals, and he was 2 of 2 on extra points. Kicking game has been solved, ladies and gentlemen. Mack Wilson had the one tackle, and then at the end of the game, the helmet-to-helmet penalty, bullshit. Like, no need to do that at that stage of a football game. None whatsoever. Garrett, he had 3 sacks, quite a few penalties called on him, whether it's the aggressiveness that he plays with or ticky-tack calls by the officiating crew. That's to be debated. Either which way, we do have a stud, and I guess we'll take it. Like, if he's going to produce 3 sacks a game, then I'm okay with offside penalties. So, all right, Jets side of the football. Falk ended his game after he replaced Simeon. He ends with 19 of 24, 196, and a QBR of 100.7. I thought he came in and played a really darn good football game. He seemed to have settled the Jets players down, was a calming effect. We had him rattled early. He didn't get shaken where like the kicker syndrome where a kicker misses 1 or misses 2 in a row and then they suck the rest of the game. He didn't have that. That didn't affect him. He just stayed like even keel. So very impressive performance by him. Le'Veon Bell, no touchdown, 65 plus yards. We discussed in the video, we thought that we would see Unamwa, and the guy was a no-show, so I guess that'll be the last video I ever discuss of that guy. Lachlan Edwards, the punter for them, I said that it would come down to special teams for these guys, and honestly, it didn't come down to special teams, but his numbers nonetheless very similar to his numbers from last week. 7 punts, he had the 47-yard average, he had a long of 55. Defensively for them, James was not a factor. You could definitely see where Mosley would have been an impact player for them. But in the end, it was Hewitt with 1 sack, Basham with a sack, and then Kufasi and Cashman each had a half a sack to equal out 3. Thoughts on the game? Offensive line, we still need a lot of help there. I'm not sold on those guys. I think the play calling seems to be a little suspect. Why are we shooting long when we got guys in the flat that we could dump it off to and pick up 4 to 5 yards, which in turn makes it a short distance to a first down as opposed to setting us back at 2 and 10. Love to see that get corrected this coming week. Other than that, glad we got off the schneid. I'm glad we got a road win. We get to come back home. We got a little momentum now. We're going to face the Rams on a Sunday night. Should be plenty of time for us to make adjustments. I know they'll do the scouting on the Rams. I'm not a Rams fan at all. I live in Los Angeles, and if I had my choice, I would take Phillip Rivers every day of the week over Jared Goff. With that being said, can't wait to see you guys here in a couple of days. Please check out the other dudes' videos. And I did not know this when I was shouting out Mark Herman's birthday, but our Steelers guy Gabriel Bellatti has a birthday this week also. So please be so kind and wish him a happy birthday. Everybody have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you later this week. Go Browns.